This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Athletic commissions in states maybe are a little bit different now. I'm not sure.
They're not a lot different.
Okay,
There's still difference.
but yeah, they are. It's a hoax. It's bullshit.
Here we go.
Okay.
July 1st, Philadelphia Veterans Stadium, $215,000 at the gate.
Right.
And by the way, this is all from Jim Cornette's book, the anniversary edition. He would write, right off the bat, the gate for the Philly Bash had been the subject of debate for many years.
Absolutely.
With floor tickets at $50 and all others $20, both Flair and JC estimated the crowd by eyeballing it at over 15,000. It definitely wouldn't have fit in the Philly Civic Center, the 12,000 seat indoor arena. Promoter Elliot Murnick reported 215 grand. For the first time in the Midnight's tenure in JCP, the top talent was openly hot about the figure reported. And speak of the devil.
What kind of psychos? Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TAR. Everybody saw him come out here last week, mask over their face. The James gang embarrassed my men on national television. A swindle, a cheat, and now the latest thing they perpetrated. You know what it was, Tony. I want everybody all over the country to see the latest thing that the James gang perpetrated. Show that tape right now.
Take a look at maybe one of the worst nights of your life.
Oh God. Hey, you were talking before Jim Cornette's interview about Philadelphia. I remember it. It's one of my vivid memories of the Great American Bash. I'm in the press box, and Elliot Murnick comes up, and I said, Elliot, this is a hell of a house, buddy. He said, yeah, 200. I don't remember the number you just hit me with, but he hit me with 215,000. And I remember, I'm not so sure who was with me. We looked at each other and says, he's fucking lying.
You thought it was more than that?
Yeah, everybody did. And it was one of those old school things.
Mulkey's dead. Mulkey's dead.
This is why they love the Mulkeys. Now, Tony Zane wouldn't take a bump like this, would he?
Let's track it.
Team is what you've got mad at you.
That poor man might not get up again, Jim.
I don't care. He took that high five, Tony.
Well, the last one I got was from one of the James boys.
My gosh, dude. The bump through the ropes and the suplex on the floor.
Wow.
He's already dead.
The Mulkeys could bump, man.
That's Mulkey Foley. Anyway, keep going. So they said
215, and we all thought he's lying.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. He's lying. And I remember how mad Tully was. Of course, Tully was very outspoken, but how mad he was in the locker room afterwards. And this was the one where it almost got shut down too. Anyway, back to the, I'll tell you that story, but back to the money. There was a thing where wrestlers did not believe, watch out. Look at this. Boom. Wrestlers did not always believe the numbers by promoters. And I'm sure Cornette talked about that.
Yeah.
And the Murnicks being with the Crockett's forever. Joe Murnick and Jim Crockett Sr. were good friends. And the Murnicks were from Raleigh and the Crockett's were in Charlotte. And so whenever Elliot had a number, no one believed it, ever, especially this night. And there were a lot of guys who were pissed off about that number. And I'm sure Cornette talked about it. I mean, you read about it there. Also, that was the night that somebody bled early, and the one of the members of the athletic commission, big tall guy, jeans, cowboy boots, silver hair, slick straight back, really was arrogant. I mean, we had seen him a lot of places in Pennsylvania, in the Philadelphia area, at Philadelphia before, and he just bolted in the locker room and said something to Dusty about Dusty being bleeding or something, or somebody bleeding. And Dusty basically threw him out of the locker room. And he was going to shut us down. And I was down there when that happened. And I remember Jimmy Crockett says, listen, we need to talk this over. You can't shut us down. There's something we can do. And I remember him saying, no, you're shut down. He walked out. Well, they chased him down and they worked it out, and we were able to continue with the show. They were going to shut the show down right then. And I never will forget Doug Dellinger telling me, and I was talking to Doug afterwards. I said, Doug, man, what would have happened? What would we have done had we have to go out and announce that this show's been shut down by the Pennsylvania Athletic Commission? And Doug very coolly said, oh, he wasn't going to shut us down. I said, what do you mean? He said, we had prepared a room for him, and we were going to put him in that room, and anybody else in the athletic commission that wanted to be in there with him was going to stay in that room until the show was over. And I had made sure of that along with our security people that night, which to me would have been a better story had they put him in a room.
And you just had an armed guard?
Yeah.
Or would they have had some concessions in that room that distracted him?
I didn't know. No, he was going to be armed. He was going to be barricaded, according to Doug. Now, I don't know what the really plan was, but Doug was, big deal back then. And anyway, I thought it was cool. I thought it was
Go ahead,
quite
sir.
a night. It was quite a night, many levels.
It's not something that Bruce could talk about these days, but in the early days of Something to Wrestle, back before he was, back working for Vince, he would talk about, well, so then we had to, go have a conversation with the athletic commission because we knew we were doing this fire stunt and we'd have to take a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.